this on YouTube, but I shut that down for those of you that are part of the class, and that's where we dig into the nitty-gritty of things. So anyway, let me see who's here, and I'm going to greet some of you really quickly, if that's okay. Let's see. Who do I see in here? I see Eunice. Good to see you. James Keller, Andrea Hall from Metro Detroit. Shout out the city you're from. Let's see. James is from Philadelphia. Eunice is from Ohio. Go Buckeyes. This is going to be the year we're going to win that championship. I already know it. Frank from California. Good to see you, Frank. Virginia from Chester, Virginia. Virginia Plump from Virginia. That's a great state for you to live in, then, because you got the same name. James, Houston. Let's see. Karen from Houston also. Karen and James, y'all should become friends. Let's see here. Who else? Aaron from the DMV. Good to see you, Aaron, from the DMV. The DMV is really interesting because the DMV has a lot of very well-to-do Black people. And what was really interesting is the DMV had that really crazy foreclosure issue that came from some of the predatory lending. I'm sure a lot of you will remember that, and got kind of messy. Let's see, Azaz from Canada, Angela from Atlanta, Joanne Dixon, good to see you. Terry Wilson, Suffolk, Virginia, Atari from Virginia Beach. Good to see everybody. Okay, so let me just start the conversation before we dig into things and let you all know what the purpose of this discussion is. This is what we call Prime 101. And Prime 101 is a beginner's reboot on how to generate income by selling stock options. And this is something that where you can take this strategy and you can apply it tomorrow. You can make money, literally have money in your account tomorrow doing this. And this is not hype. This is not me just, blustering. I can't do that. I'm a finance professor. I'm not a financial influencer. I'm a guy who has a real PhD in this stuff, and I've been doing this for about 30 years. And one of the things about stock options is I think that we underestimate how great of a way that is to make money. In fact, I enjoy buying stock and selling options more than I even enjoy starting new businesses and stuff like that. Starting a new business takes time. It takes a lot of money. You don't know if the business model is going to work or not. So I find that in business, it's not just what you do, it's how you do it. So a lot of times, if you go in and you create a business model from scratch, it can be very frustrating. It can be very expensive. You can get lost. You don't know what to do next. So this is why, for example, in the Black Business School, we have courses on things like franchising. We have a franchising program. If you go and look it up, you can email our team, support@theblackbusinessschool.com. And there's a whole curriculum on how to start a franchise. Franchises are better than regular businesses because with a franchise, you've got a whole preset business model. They tell you exactly how to do it. So you don't have to sort of figure out, okay, how much do I charge? What should I sell? How should I make my product? What should my process be? So ultimately, that's the same thing with stock options. I find stock options is great because if I buy shares of Microsoft and I'm making my income by selling options on Microsoft stock, I don't have to figure out the business model. Microsoft already did that for me. I am an investor. I'm a business partner with Microsoft, and there are people that are in the Prime program. And yes, the recording will be available for all the Prime members. There are people in the Prime program who are generating thousands of dollars a month selling options every month. It does require you to have a capital base, but any business requires a capital base. If you start a Black-owned business, you're going to have to put money into that business to get the business to the point where it's making money. And the thing about options is really great is that if you do it properly and you don't get greedy, it can be a great way to generate income. I was in Egypt 2 weeks ago, and I ran into more than one uh, group or couple or family that literally said that they were using the options money, the income from options is what allowed them to take the trip to Egypt. So this is real money. This is not hocus pocus. This is not, I don't have to hype it up because it's very, very real. All right. So well, a couple things. Number one, if you want the recording of this training when it's done, just log in to drboyceprime.com. Some of you are Prime members. Give me a yes in the chat if you're already a member of Prime. Give me a yes or a no. Yes or no. All right, how many of you are already members of Prime? Prime stands for Passive Recurring Income Machine. That is where all we talk about is how to generate income by selling stock options and managing the risk, picking the right stocks, things like that. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I haven't seen a single no yet. So Chanel, I don't know, did we send out an email to invite everyone or just Prime members? Either way, it's okay. Either way, it's fine. Okay, so it looks like everybody's saying yes. So all of you are Prime members, which is good. We do Prime 101 about once every 4 to 6 weeks because we want to make sure that you have a sort of a jump start, a reboot. So because sometimes when you come to prime class, the more advanced students will ask more advanced questions. Okay, I see James Womack says he's not a member of Prime yet. Okay, great. So basically, the Prime 101 setup is designed to start from the very beginning, start from scratch, you know, base level stuff, so that if you're confused by the more advanced stuff, you don't let the confusion scare you. Because a lot of times when we get intimidated, we can walk away. And I can tell you, when you walk away, you're walking away from money, you're walking away from opportunities. This is how I make money with my wife. In fact, we're selling our property in Chicago, and I'm literally going to take that money and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do with this money and exactly how much income it's going to generate for our family. And when I show you, you're going to be pretty impressed. My wife is very impressed. I guess that's the benefit of marrying a finance professor, is that, you know, he's gonna know a little bit about money. So anyway, all right. So let me go. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and get started and pull up the slides. I want everybody to know that the recording of this Prime 101 will be in drboyceprime.com. That's drboyceprime.com. You can log in. There's plenty of stuff there. Everything that we've done has been recorded, and you can go back to that in order to watch this again. And I think it's worth your time. I really do. I think it's a more valuable use of your time than darn anything that you want to do when it comes to making money. I think it's a better use of time than anything you're learning, even in real estate. I love real estate. We have real estate people like Constance Carter and stuff like that who are really good at what they do, and I love what they're doing. But the reason I even came up with this or put this together was because when you talk about making money, it's not just about how much money you make. It's how you make your money. How do you feel making your money? Is it stressing you out? Are you being worked into the ground? Is it easy to get your money out? Selling options is very liquid. It's a very liquid way to make money. It doesn't require a lot of work. You don't have to get up at 6 in the morning every single day and work 14 hours a day like you did when you were an entrepreneur on the grind. It's also it comes with less complication. Like the property that my wife and I just sold, it took us about 4 to 6 weeks to sell that property. There's a whole process, the lawyers involved, 1,000 text messages between the real estate agent, the attorney, me and my wife, the tenant, just all this stuff, right? And so what my wife and I decided to do, this is real talk. This is me just telling you about my real life experience. Is my wife and I said, we're done being landlords. This is not something that we're cut out for. Because not only is it draining emotionally and energy wise, but it's also not as lucrative. It doesn't make as much money. And like I said, when we go into this training, I'll show you exactly what my wife and I are going to do with our money, and how that's going to actually add a decent amount of income to our household. And then I'm going to compare. And in this training, I will literally tell you exactly how much we're making from the tenant, and I will compare it to how much we're making with this new strategy. Okay. So don't forget, if you want to get the recording of everything we're doing today, just go to drboyceprime.com, drboyceprime.com. You can log in and find everything there. Also, there's a training. If you want to take a look at that, you can text the word money to the number 87948. And I created another training called How to Make Money Without Working. It's very popular. Everyone loves it. It's been seen by probably 1 million people by now, because I think everybody should know how to do this. And so you can just text the word money to the number 87948. All right. So y'all ready to get started? Give me a guess in the chat.